Have you ever sat across from her on a date, sipping your coffee or laughing at her jokes, only to walk away wondering, did she actually like me or was I just imagining it? You're replaying every moment in your head, second-guessing that little smile, that quick laugh, that brush of her hand, trying to figure out if she's hooked or if you're just seeing what you want to see. Sound way too familiar? Here's the wild truth. While you're overanalyzing her words, she's been dropping tiny, almost invisible gestures, little signs that scream, "I'm into you, wake up!" And most of you are letting them slip right through your fingers. Those small moves? They're not random. They're packed with big feelings, and if you don't catch them, she might think you're clueless or worse, not interested. But what if I told you there's a way to spot these signals, to read her like an open book, and know for sure she's falling for you? Stick with me because I'm about to break down the tiny gestures that reveal everything. Let's dive deep into this game changer. We women aren't always going to spell it out for you. Sometimes we can't, sometimes we won't, but trust me, our bodies are doing the talking. On a date, it's not just about what we say. It's about the little things we do, the quiet moves we make when we think you're not paying attention. Those small gestures, they're like secret messages, coded signals that tell you exactly where you stand. The problem? Most of you are blind to them, focusing on the big stuff, her laugh, her stories, while missing the goldmine of clues she's leaving all over the table. But here's the good news. Once you learn to spot these signs, it's like unlocking a superpower. You'll know when she's into you, when she's nervous, when she's flirting, when she's pulling back, everything. And that edge? It's going to change the game for you. Ready to stop fumbling and start seeing her for real? Let's break it all down, gesture by gesture, so you can catch those big feelings hiding in the smallest moves. Let's start with her eyes, because those tiny glances are your first big clue. If she's locking eyes with you longer than usual, not just glancing but holding that gaze, maybe with a little smile or a slow blink, that's her pulling you in. Psychology says prolonged eye contact spikes dopamine, that feel-good chemical, and if she's going there, she's feeling something real. Watch the details. If her pupils dilate, yep, science says that happens when we're attracted. Or if she looks away but snaps back with a grin, she's testing you, don't flinch. Say something like, "You're making it tough to focus with those eyes. What's your game plan?" It's direct, it's confident, and it keeps the tension building. But if she's darting her eyes around, avoiding contact, or looking down a lot, that's nerves or disinterest. Don't panic. Try a gentle, "Hey, you okay?" You seem a little distracted, to pull her back in without pressure. Add a little twist. Maybe lower your voice, lean in slightly and say, "You're hiding something, I'm gonna figure it out." It's flirty, it's smooth, and it keeps her engaged. That's your first gesture. Boom, you've caught her vibe and she's feeling seen. Her hands are like a live feed of her emotions. Seriously, don't sleep on this. If she's playing with her hair, twirling it around her finger, or brushing it back even when it's not in her face, that's nervous energy spilling out. Nervous because she's into you. Or maybe she's fidgeting with her necklace, adjusting her clothes, or tapping her fingers on the table. That's her body saying, "I'm feeling something and I don't know what to do with it." Psychology says these self-soothing gestures signal attraction or anxiety, and if she's doing them around you, she's invested. Lean into it, give her a little smirk, say, "You're fidgeting over there, are you nervous or am I just that distracting?" It's playful and it'll get her smiling. But if her hands are buried in her pockets, clutched tight around her phone, or hidden under the table, that's her closing off. Ease up, keep it light, and watch her open back up. Add a little flair. Maybe rest your hand near hers, not touching, just close enough to feel the tension. Subtle, but it builds connection. That's your second gesture. Boom, you've caught her energy and she's feeling that spark. Proximity's your next big tell, because where she positions herself says it all. If she's leaning in close, angling her body towards you, or scooting her chair nearer, that's not just her getting comfy. It's her saying, "I'm into this, I want to be near you." Watch how she angles herself. If her torso's facing you, knees pointing your way, or she's resting her elbows on the table, that's her body pulling toward you like a magnet. Psychology says proximity signals interest, comfort, and trust, and if she's giving you that, she's inviting you in. Don't let it slide. Lean in a little too, mirror her a bit, and say, "You're getting cozy over there, I'm liking this vibe." It's flirty, it's smooth, and it keeps her engaged. But if she's leaning back, keeping distance, or angling away, that's her setting a boundary. It's not game over, but it's a sign to ease up. Don't push, keep it light, and give her space to come back. Add a little twist. Maybe sway slightly as you talk, or rest your hand on the back of a chair to anchor yourself. Subtle, but it shows confidence. That's your third gesture. Boom, you've caught her closeness, and she's feeling that pull. Her smile's another big tell, because not all smiles are created equal. If she's flashing a big, genuine grin, teeth showing, eyes crinkling, that's her feeling good, happy, into you. It's your green light to keep the energy up. Tease her, flirt harder, and say, "That smile's dangerous, you're making it tough to stay cool." But if it's a tight, closed-lip smile, no teeth, no sparkle, that's polite but distant. It's not game over, but it's a sign to dig deeper. Try it. "You seem quiet, what's going on in that head of yours?" to pull her out of her shell. Add a little humor, maybe say, "You're holding back on me, I'm gonna need the real smile soon." It's playful, and it keeps her engaged. That's your fourth gesture. Boom, you've caught her joy, and she's feeling that connection. Touch is your final big clue, because when we're into you, we can't keep our hands to ourselves. If she's finding excuses to brush your arm, nudge you during a joke, or accidentally bump knees under the table, that's not clumsy, it's calculated. Psychology says women use touch to break that barrier, to see how you'll respond. Don't freeze up. Touch her back lightly, like resting your hand on her arm when you laugh, and say, "You're getting handsy over there, I'm on to you." It's flirty, it's smooth, and it keeps the tension building. That's your fifth gesture. Boom, you've caught her affection, and she's feeling that spark. So how do you use all this? Pay attention next time you're on a date. Watch her eyes, her hands, her closeness, her smile, her touch. If she's leaning in, locking eyes, and smiling big, she's handing you the keys. Step up, flirt back, and say, "You're making it real tough to play it cool. What's your next move?" She'll love that you're catching her signals, and it'll pull her closer. Stop missing the signs and start seeing her for real. She's out there, waiting for you to wake up and make it happen. Loved this? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment with the wildest signal you've ever missed. I'll catch you in the next one.